I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided.
Hello. Welcome to my channel Judge All Nation. In this video, Christian Prince will make understanding and education about Islam to all Muslims. Also, Christian Prince educates Muslims that in the Lord Jesus there is truth and no other. Now let's take a look and see what Christian Prince will tell you by arguing with Muslims. Enjoy watching this video and God bless you.
Okay, so what I can think of it, I don't know how this is related to the other hadith. Like, what I think is that what I'm thinking again, I'm not trying to duct tape or arguing. I mean, I know you have way more knowledge in Islam than I do as Muslim, so that's really impressive. But I'm just like, whatever I say is just whatever my understanding is so far. So
Okay, I will go with you. You see, you're trying to duct tape now.
no,
Walmart. No, you're trying to say good things about me. So Christian Prince, he will feel like
no,
I'm not the person you can feed him with ego.
no, not at all.
Listen, Aisha. Now we have a person. He imagined himself having sex. In fact, he's not. Do you agree that he is mentally controlled? Because sex, imagine himself having sex and he did not. It's in the brain. Is that correct? Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay. How I can trust this man to be a prophet of God as long he is under the control of shaitan and even his sex was fake? How I can trust him saying that he saw Jibreel?
What I heard is that when let me just share my understanding. So what I heard is that the black magic actually affects your brain, and so when he had a black magic, it actually affected his brain, and he started forgetting things. So this is one of the
No, he's not
things.
forgetting. You see, you're trying to duct tape your prophet again. He's not forgetting.
No, I'm not duct taping. I'm just telling
He
you what
is
I know.
imagining things never happened.
Yeah.
So how I can trust Muhammad that he saw an angel? How I can trust him that he heard an angel? If even sex is not real, because sex is an action. You know, we don't want to talk in details. So this man cannot be trustworthy. You know, I was in the army. When I was released, there's many people, they are released with me. Before, when you go, you have to go and do your paper. So there's a guy, he was released. He said to me, I forgot what chapter, like in the army, they have like chapters for the reason of release. So I asked him, what is that? He said, I hear voices. So they kicked me out, you know, because they cannot trust him because he might shoot. You know, he might shoot. Yeah. So now Muhammad, he hear obviously and he see things nobody see. Okay, and those things are not even true. Even the Hadith confirmed that. Okay. How we can trust him after that? You are willing to give a job for somebody. He used to imagine himself having sex, but in fact he did not. And not only that, Aisha confirmed that this goes for everything. He imagined himself doing things. In fact, he never did, not only sex. So, did Muhammad go to heaven? Maybe he did not. Because this guy, he imagined himself. You know? He imagined himself, but he did not. And obviously, Muhammad, you know, he is suffering from mental illness. He tried to commit suicide. Muhammad, when he received the chapter of Al-Fatiha, he received it when he was doing poo-poo. I mean, this God could not wait until Muhammad finished his poo-poo. And not only that, Muhammad, when he heard the angel speaking, during the time he take off his pant, the angel, he said to him, "Oh Muhammad, he flee. Why you flee? Why a prophet of God, already he received tons of verses. He flee when he heard the angel saying to him, oh Muhammad. Is it obvious that he is mentally ill? I mean, look. Mary, the angels, they came to her, right? Okay. Did Mary flee?
No, of course.
Okay, Mary is a woman. Okay, she should be terrified. But she did not flee. This is a prophet of God, already been squeezed by the angel, the same angel Jibreel. He saw the angel Jibreel many times. He spoke to him. And now, Muhammad, he go out to do poo-poo. Each time he go out to do poo-poo, he hear he hear a voice saying, "Oh, Muhammad." He said, and then he flee. He used to flee. Why in the world he is running away? Mental illness. I mean, already you spoke to the angel. Already you know that you are a prophet. Already Jibreel spoke to you hundreds of times. And now Jibreel saying to you, "Oh, Muhammad, why you run?"
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, I have to run because I heard somebody saying, "Oh, Christian Prince, I have to run."
Yeah, no, I was going to say the same. You gave so many hours, and I really really appreciate you answering all this. And yeah,
No, no, no.
this
I'm not
is.
saying to you I'm going to run now. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
saying
No,
how
I
stupid this
thought
story is.
you
No, no,
wanna
no.
go, but
No, I
I'm
could,
still very
I
good.
did beat all my wives, and nobody can open his mouth. Don't worry, But
Okay.
there's one of them. She trying to open her mouth. Shut up, okay?
No, no.
Allah, he gave me. Allah made me excel over you. Okay, yeah,
So can you just answer me just two more questions I have, and then I
sure.
mean I'm so sure.
Do you want the answer with duct tape or without duct tape?
No, it's about not about Islam. It's just
I
one
know,
thing I want.
but now after speaking to you for 2 hours, I learned a lot about duct taping.
Of course, I have been Muslim for many years, and based on my beliefs, and I cannot be like quickly, okay, yeah, you're right, and that's it. I
No,
have
no, it's not
to.
about quickly. It's not about slow, Aisha. It's not about quickly or slow. It's about, I'm speaking to you in a logical way, and I'm showing you
Mhm,
your books, not my books. It's
yeah,
very
yeah,
simple. I mean, if you
that's true.
imagine if Jesus is doing those things,
Mm-hmm.
why in the world I want to believe in him?
Hmm.
If Jesus, he imagined himself doing things he never did. If
Hmm.
Jesus, he have a problem, everything about him is wrong. I mean, how come Jesus,
Hmm.
people, they touch him, they get healed? Muhammad,
Hmm.
everything in him is wrong. His brain is
Hmm.
not functioning. His penis is not functioning. His
Hmm.
testicle is not functioning. Even he leak. I mean, what's wrong with this man? If there is
Hmm.
something right about him,
Hmm.
and you said that your prophet he went to heaven. Did he go to heaven or he go to Ethiopia?
Hmm.
Yeah, because
Wait.
he said when he went
Okay.
to heaven, he saw the Nile River and Euphrates River coming from under the tree of Allah. So if we ask you where is the heaven of Islam, you will say in the seventh heaven in the sky, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. How he saw the Nile River there and the Euphrates River?
Okay. Again, I wouldn't be able to answer this because I never heard about
No, I
this.
will tell you, the guy is imagining, obviously, he's mental. I mean, come
Mm.
on, the Nile is there and the river is there.
Mm.
This guy, he heard from the Jews in the Old Testament that it
Mm.
says that the river of Euphrates and Nile, they are from the
Mm.
heaven, but the
Mm.
heaven of Adam is in the earth, not in the
Mm.
sky. This
Mm.
guy, he took what the Jews, he said, he come with the story. He went to seven heaven, he saw the Nile and
Mm.
Euphrates there.
Mm.
But
Mm.
but this is mean
Mm.
Muhammad. He went to Turkey and he went to Ethiopia. He did not go to sky.
Mm. Mm.
And when he went to sky, he found Moses. He
Mm.
found Adam. What they are doing there? I thought he is the first one to be resurrected in the day of judgment.
Mm. Um, can I ask what's the concept of like sins and forgiveness in Christianity?
I
Like
will answer
is
you with one powerful word:
okay.
love.
Mm-hmm.
For God, He loved the world. He sent
Mm-hmm.
His only begotten Son. To do what? To forgive your sin.
Mm-hmm. So Jesus is actually like the actual Son of God. That's what.
There's no actual son. There's no adopted son. There's son. The Son of God. God, He present Himself to us, or He informed us about Himself. That God is a three and one in the same time. So God in the flesh is the Son. So God
Mm-hmm.
humbled Himself. He come to us in the flesh of a man.
Mm.
God as a spirit is the Holy Spirit. God is the
Mm.
Father in heaven. This is the Father. When we say the Father, we are
Mm-hmm.
speaking of, we know the second you say my Father, I understand that you have somebody have authority, correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's why you call him Father. It's a statement of a lot of respect,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. So the Father they represent that everything we have,
Mm.
everything we saw, everything we
Mm.
got is coming from the Father. When the Son
Mm.
he says, my Father he sent me.
Hmm.
In the same time, he says, I do work and my Father work. So you glorify me and I glorify you. So the Father glorified the Son and the Son glorified the Father, because simply me and the Son and me and the Father is one. So when we speak about the oneness of God in Christianity, we don't talk about one as a number. We talk about God as a person. Even the word person in English is not really good, but my English is limited, so I apologize for that. So God the Father, God the Son, God the Holy Spirit is one God. It's not a three God.
Okay,
But
it's the one thing.
the same as, you know, when we say, just to give you an example, but this is not what God is. As an example, if I say to you ice, and then I say to you water, and then I say to you steam, still I'm talking about the same thing. Ice is something
Yeah,
solid. Steam
yeah.
is something flying in the air.
So
And
basically, it's forms, right?
sorry,
But it's the three forms, but the same God. Like he
it is
actually
one God. It's one God in
and
three in three
form.
in
Yeah,
three a person.
yeah.
And if you say how
Hmm.
it can be, I say why not? If God is Almighty.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I don't question that. That's fine. And so about the about the making sin. And so, for example, in Islam, it says that if we believe that Jesus is God, then we are making a shirk and we will not be forgiven. And I think in Christianity, you say that if we don't believe in Jesus, then maybe we will not be forgiven. So it's like a very big difference between these two religions. Like as a Muslim, I think many do believe in Jesus and Bible and every all the prophets and books, but this is like a main difference. So I wanna um
First of
so
all, Aja, do you remember when I showed you that Muhammad said, if you say Alhamdulillah 100 times, your sin is forgiven.
mm,
Bismillah.
mhm,
So forgiving sin in Islam is a joke, you know. I mean,
mm,
it's a mockery actually, because that means I can go sleep around, kill, rape, and then I say Alhamdulillah 100 times.
mm, mm,
Your
mm,
prophet, he said as an example, the one who fasts the fast of Ashura, it
mm,
erased the sin of a year before and a year after. Some hadith says a year before. So look at this. I fast
yeah.
one day, and you told me that you are fasting right now, right?
Mhm,
Okay.
mhm,
So I fast one day,
mhm,
and then my sin for a previous year is forgiven.
mhm,
That is the most scary
mhm,
thing ever. Why?
mhm,
Because
mhm,
I am encouraging people now to sin, and I'm telling them that, oh, what you need to do, just fast this day. So what is the gain now? The gain is I made you fast this day, but I did not
mhm,
make you stop doing sin. I
mhm,
encourage you actually not to do more sin, because oh, what I need to do, Ashura
mhm,
will come, and
mhm,
I fast Ashura, and then all my sin is gone.
mhm. So how is sin forgiven in Christianity? Uh, yeah, and how is it?
When Jesus, he said, not everyone says to me, Lord, Lord, will enter the
Mhm,
kingdom of my Father, but the one who do his will, which means there's many, they will say to me, God, God, we worship you, Jesus, you are our Savior, but you don't go to
mhm,
heaven, because simply you
mhm,
say something, you do something else. So not
mhm,
everyone who says so, but the one who do so. That's
mhm,
why Jesus says, from their fruits you shall know them.
mhm,
So the Messiah, it's not enough
mhm,
to say I'm a believer, to say Shahada, or to repeat, or to say fast one day. All those
mhm,
things anybody hypocrite can do and do them. The
mhm,
way to heaven is not even making donation, as Muhammad, he says to the women, most of you will go to hell. Give it charity,
mhm,
you know. So if you give it charity now, you go to heaven. But the women, suppose they are bad, just to give you
mhm,
their breast that they will go to heaven. This is bribe. In
mhm,
Christianity, you can't bribe God.
mhm,
You cannot fool God. And repeating words will not make you go and be a follower of God.
mhm.
It is your
Yeah.
faith, and true act.
Mhm.
Both together
If
will
mhm.
save you.
If a person does not believe that Jesus is God, then he will not be entering
Jesus,
Jannah.
he made it so clear. I am the way. I am the
Mhm,
truth. I
mhm,
am the resurrection. I am the life. And there is no way to the Father except by me.
mhm,
So there is no other way.
mhm,
And this is, you make a choice. You might say, but this is not fair. But
mhm,
why not fair? He told you. You heard of
mhm,
him. So if you don't
mhm,
want to accept, This is your choice.
Hmm.
If somebody come to your door says, hey, there's a ticket to go to heaven,
Hmm.
believe in Jesus, do what he say, and you say, no, thank you, bye-bye. I want to follow Muhammad. So
No, like
yeah.
like the Muslims do when they actually believe in Jesus, but as a prophet, they believe whatever he said was right and everything. But Muslim just does not believe that he's son of God.
You see, first of all,
Mm-hmm.
if you believe in Jesus as a prophet, and
Mm-hmm.
then you fail to give us one prophecy of Jesus, that is the most funny thing is ever. Muhammad, he
Mm-hmm.
mentioned that Jesus made one prophecy, that there's a prophet will come after me, his name is Ahmad. This is what Jesus came for, just to say there's a prophet after me, his name is Ahmad. And then we ask ourselves, is the name of Muhammad is Ahmad or Muhammad? Obviously, Muhammad is trying to hijack the name of God, because the praised one is God, not a man. When the Muslim, they call Muhammad Muhammad, they are worshipping Muhammad. Or the second you say Muhammad mean the praised one, then the question, who is number two to praise? And who is the one who praised Muhammad? Allah or the Muslims?
I mean, it says that Allah praised him too.
Exactly. Actually, not only praised, it says Yusalli alayhi. So if
The,
Muhammad is praised by God, and Muhammad is not the son of God, so why God praising Muhammad? Muhammad is just a man. It should be the opposite. It should be the man praising God, not the God praising the man. Isn't Muhammad is a sinner? And the Quran says, may Allah forgive your sin. So how I'm going to praise someone he's a sinner? Same time, Jesus never commits sin. Same time, even in your cult, Jesus is in heaven right now. Which one is higher? The one who is dead in the ground, or the one is living in heaven? Where is the house of Jesus now?
Yeah, in the heaven, right?
Do you know what Jesus said to the Jews? He said to them, I am from above, you are from below. What do you think about this statement when Jesus says, I am from above? I mean, look how challenging it is. Let us say a person, he called me, and he said to me, Christian Prince, I am from above, you are from below. This is making a big challenge, because I can get him busted easy. I can show him he's a sinner. I can show him he is no one. What above? Jesus said that to the Jews, and those are very, very conservative Jews. They could
So
not answer him. They could
on
not
that,
refute him.
I want to ask you a question on that. So when you're quoting this, that Jesus said that to the, is this what people narrated, and in the Bible,
Yeah, you
it's.
see, we have the four Gospels. They are four witnesses for the story, but every one of them, he write the story in his, let us say, inspired by God, but let us say, to complete each other. Because if you repeat the same story word by word, there's no need to write a second book, third book, fourth book. You know what I mean? So imagine Christian Prince, he published Deception of Allah, number 1. Deception of Allah, number 2, number 3, number 4. But then people, they look, they find that every word there is the same. So why you say it number 1, value number 2, if the same? So the book of John is witnessing to a group of people. He, when he speak, like when a person is speak to the Greek, he speak in their culture, speak in their language. So every book is to present the faith to a generation or to a nation, and it's all witnessing for one story. So when Jesus says, "I am," he said to them, "You are from beneath; I am from above. You are of this world; I am not of this world." How clear it is, and how we can prove that Jesus is saying the truth. Well, Jesus, he never commits sin. Even in the time of Jesus, even when they took him to crucifixion, what is the sin? What he did? They could not find anything. It's very easy to find a person committing sin. If you watch me for one day, maybe a few hours, you will say, hey, Christian Prince, look what you did. You did this sin, and you did this sin, and this sin. All of us, we commit sin. We commit sin in our mind. We commit sin in our tongue. We commit sin in our act. We commit sin. So Jesus, who lived between them, he challenged him to show him that he commits sin. They fail. So when he say, I am from above, he is saying, I'm God. You are from beneath. And where is Jesus now? Because he is from above, he go back where he belong. Human go from dust to dust, from dirt to dirt. God, he go where he belong. He is from above. He go above. Human being, he is not. He don't go except to the grave. So we have a million reasons to believe that Jesus is God, for he said so, for he acts so, he is holy, he speak good, he do good, he never commits sin, and he is almighty, powerful. When someone, you know, it's easy to say, I forgive your sin, but it's not for a man to say, carry your bed and walk. It's not for a man to say, I can tell you what you are hiding in your head. It's not for a man to say, your sin is forgiven, and today you will be with me in the kingdom of God, unless of my Father, unless he is, because the promise is big. And then after that, you will see that Jesus, imagine, Aisha, today I can bring people to death. Okay, how many kings they will kiss my shoes every day? Can you imagine how powerful I will be? I can bring people from death. You know? Jesus never get paid. Jesus never went with women. Jesus never collect money. Jesus never build a palace. Jesus never own a horse. Jesus, he washed the feet of his followers. Imagine those people, they worship him. He washed their feet. So what the gain of Jesus? Zero in this earth. He was spat at people, they make fun of him, people they laugh at him, and they killed him. And still, even in the cross, you see, he told us to forgive, right? Talk is cheap. Forgive them. Jesus said, if somebody hit you on your right cheek, give him the other one. If they ask you one step, walk 1,000. You know, he said to them, when you pray, pray like this, say, our Father out of heaven. And he said, forgive to us the same as we forgive to others. So if Jesus was not, he is truthful, when he was on the cross and people putting nails in his hands and his feet, shouldn't Jesus now be cursing them? Can you imagine the pain? Do you know what Jesus said on the cross? He said, forgive them, Father, they do not know what they are doing. Why somebody in the cross? He is asking the Father, forgive them, Father. Because obviously he forgive them. But
So
he's asking the Father to forgive
I
the
would,
Jews.
why did he have to? Because it was one entity. Like, why did he had to ask the Father for forgiveness? Why
Because,
couldn't he forgive? Because he was.
first of all, we need to understand Christianity, the Son and the Father is always in total agreement. So when he say, forgive them, Father, for simply he is now, he will go through death, and this is what he promised. So the one who will be in charge in this earth and heaven is the Father, you know. So forgive them, Father, so the Father will not seek justice against their crime, you know. And then he was resurrected in the third day. And resurrection mean the soul and the body, they are reunited together. Yeah. But here when he asked him, he is not asking because they are not in agreement, or because obviously, you know, Jesus, he said many times, he have the power over the flesh. But because the act was horrible, you know, and God the Father, he might demolish them, you know. And Jesus wanted to show the Jews, and he wanted to show his disciple, be like me, forgive them, Father. So the Christian, after that, they will not go and say, hey, let us kill the Jews, you know, revenge for killing Jesus. Especially the Jews, they were shouting, saying, his blood in us, on our children's after us. They were shouting that. So I believe that Jesus, when he said that, he was trying to protect them from their stupidity. Because many after that, from the Christians, they might seek revenge for killing Jesus. But when Jesus forgive them, me as a Christian, what I can say? If Jesus on the cross says, forgive them, Father, who am I to say they are not forgiven? You know? I cannot go against the will of my... So even when he is on the cross, he is thinking of them. He's worried about them. This is how much love he have. This is why when I said to me, What's the concept of God forgiving sin? I said to you, love.
Mm.
You know?
Yeah.
If you don't have love, he don't forgive.
And so
The
according
God
to
of Islam is the God of revenge. The God of Christianity is love.
according to Christianity, if a person don't believe that Jesus is God, he or she will be in the hellfire.
Yes, anyone. And not only
Okay.
that, even if you believe in Jesus, even if you
Mm-hmm.
believe in Jesus and your faith is fake, which means you are a person who you want Jesus to be God as a spare, you know, like when I die, before I die, I say you know, you cannot fool God.
Mm-hmm.
Either you believe in Him or you don't.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And there is no fasting day, as Muhammad said, will erase your sin. And there is
Mm-hmm.
no touching the black stone will erase your sin.
Mm-hmm.
Forgiving is going to be given for those who deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
And number one step to be forgiven, as the Lord, He says, forgive to us the same as we forgive to others. So if we don't forgive, let us say Aisha, she did harm to me. If I cannot forgive Aisha, well, I did harm to God too. Because every sin we do is against God. So why I'm asking God to forgive me if me, myself, I'm not willing to forgive somebody else who hurt me?
Mm-hmm.
So forgiveness in Christianity is a condition of those people who forgive, which means they have love. Because of love, you forgive, not because of hatred. In the Quran, it says the Quran, that Allah yashfi quluba suduri mu'minin. Allah, He will heal the chest of the hatred of the Muslims. In Christianity, no. In Christianity, the Messiah, he is asking the Father to forgive them, and he forgave the one who is next to him in the cross. He said to him, today you will be with me in heaven.
Mm-hmm. About the forgiveness, I have heard a lot in Islam too, and I have actually listened to a few lectures that made me so much forgiving, in a sense that I actually decided to basically forgive everybody in future, whoever
Okay,
in
but how
future.
you can forgive based on Islam if Muhammad don't forgive?
Yeah, he did, because
Where?
there are many people who
Where?
actually
Where?
try to throw things on him,
That's false.
and
He killed them
he,
all.
he
He attacked the people of At-Taif, you know, and he attacked the people of Quraysh, and he killed most of them. And not only that, there is a group Muslims who converted to Islam over, and then they decided to leave Islam. And then, according to the story written by Muslims, they killed the shepherd and they ran away. Now,
Mhm,
what is the punishment of Cain? Is death, right?
mhm,
I don't mind. The one who killed should be killed. But do you
mhm,
agree that we should put nails in their eyes?
mhm. Yeah,
Did you agree? It's okay to torture people?
to torture.
Yeah, put nails in their
No.
eyes, cut their feet, their
Oh,
hands.
oh no, of course no.
Okay, your prophet, this is what he did. He brought those people and he started having fun with them. He put nails, he cut their feet and their hands, and he gagged their eyes out by heated nails. Where is the forgiveness? Here we go. Jesus, they are killing him himself,
Mm,
not somebody else. Forgive them,
mm,
Father, they don't know what they are doing. This is Muhammad. They killed the shepherd. He cut their hands. He cut their feet. Look how evil. I mean, imagine, you know? Imagine you see right now in front of you, Aisha, a guy or a bunch of
mhm,
guys. We cut their
mhm,
feet. We cut their hands and they are bleeding. We are not done.
mm,
And we gagged out their eyes.
mm. Is there? Do you have a reference to this too?
It's in front of you on the screen. I don't know if you're watching.
Oh, oh, okay.
Yeah,
Let me.
yeah. He ordered the, and this is in Sahih al-Bukhari and Muslim, and he made the nails in fire,
Mhm,
and then he pushed it inside their eyes. How evil. Same he
mhm,
did to Qurfa. Qurfa, she is a woman against Muhammad. She is almost, 85, 86, maybe 90 years old. He tied her
mhm,
legs to two camels and he ripped her apart. Where is the forgiveness?
mhm.
Hmm?
Mm, yeah. I mean, I've heard some stories of forgiveness too, but yeah, these are I've never heard saw these, but yeah, thanks for giving me the
When
references.
Muhammad he entered Quraysh, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
but remember, the Muslims, they say he forgave the people of Quraysh, but after what? After he became a superior and he killed them, right? And then still those are his people. And without them, he is nobody. So he did not really forgive as much
Mm-hmm.
he is forcing them to convert to Islam.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
when the brother of Uthman, he did expose Muhammad lies about the Quran. I don't know if you know the story. Is Abdullah ibn Sarh.
No, I don't know about that.
Abdullah ibn Sarh. Do you remember the story in the Quran where the Quran says Allah the best of the creators?
I mean, yeah, I know about this, yeah, this verse, but I don't know about the story.
All right. Muhammad, he have an scribe, because Muslims, they say he don't know how to write, how to read, but I believe not because of that. I believe because he's acting, worthy. He can hire people to do
Mm-hmm.
a scribe for him, right? So he was asking the scribe to write. An inspiration came from Allah,
Mm-hmm.
and he said he made the clot, he made the nutfa into a clot, congealed the blood, which is stupid. And then we made the clot into lump, etc., blah, 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 blah. And then he said, he stopped.
Mm-hmm.
Then the guy, his name is Abdullah ibn Surah. He said, فَتَبَارَكَ اللَّهُ أَحْسَنُ الْخَالِقِينَ. Blessed be Allah, the best of the creators.
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad, he said to him, he heard him, he said, write it there. The guy, he said, write what? He said, write what you just said. He said, but I am the one who said that.
Mm-hmm.
He said, well, it came to me the same as it came to you.
Mm-hmm.
And right away, the man discovered that Muhammad is a fraud, because he is the one who said the sentence.
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad, he copied what he said, and he said to him, write it there. I said, well, what do you mean, write? I'm the one who said it.
Mm-hmm.
So he left Islam, and this is the brother of Uthman ibn Affan. Muhammad,
Okay.
he ordered his death. And by the way, this is in your books. This is what makes it more funny. You see all those references? It's in your books.
Mm-hmm.
And this is after filtration. Imagine after the Muslim, they clean all the garbage they have about Muhammad. After all the filtration, those stories are in your book. So he ordered to kill him, even if he held his hands over the curtain of the Kaaba. All what the guy did, he left Islam. And all what the guy did, he said, well, you know what? Muhammad, he copied from me a verse. It was given to me. He said to himself, if Muhammad is a prophet for receiving Quran, will I receive Quran too? And he decided to leave Islam. So, and not only that, by the way, Muhammad, when he did that, he gave us a favor. Look what he did. When the man, he says, blessed be Allah, the best of the creators, showing his wonder. And Muhammad, he copied it and he put it there. Do you see the mistake there?
Yeah.
What is the mistake?
I don't know.
Creators. He said the best of the creators.
Yeah.
Okay, that person is not he's not a prophet. He's just a normal person. Maybe he still have some pagan belief that there's creators. So when he said that, how Muhammad he accept to say, as he said, the best of the creators? Because that means there's many creators. The Muslim, they try to fix it. They say, oh, the one who made a bicycle. What bicycle, my friend? Creator is not a bicycle maker. Creation, we are talking about creating the baby. Creation is the one who gives life, who creates something out of nothing, nothing else. Otherwise, nobody else. There's only one creator. So when he say he is the best of the creators, is Muhammad lying, or he is saying the truth?
Oh, okay. I get your point, yes.
Because this is a lie. And in the top of that, when Muhammad, he copied this story, and this man, he left Islam for saying such a thing, and Muhammad, he put it in the Quran, and the Muslim, they knew what this guy, he said. Why none of the Muslims says to Muhammad, what do you mean he is the best of the creators? You know what I mean? Like if I am a prophet now, and I have 1,000 people listening to me, and I say he is the best of the creators, shouldn't you ask me, what do you mean, prophet? Even let's say you respect me. You not think to make it fun. But what do you mean? Muhammad, he say things he don't know how to explain.
Mm.
You know? Because that doesn't make sense. And if Allah, if there's only one creator, that means the sentence is a lie. If I say to you, I was the best son for my mother, and later you find out that I am the only son, isn't it true I'm lying then? Because I made you believe by saying I'm the best son, I made you believe that there's other sons, correct?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, so again, I'm not trying to deductive. I'm just what my understanding was on this is that um, it's like it's like people or everybody, like yeah, even humankind, like they create things and we like scientifically we create machinery, artificial intelligence, whatever. Um, but he whatever he created, like us human being, our we are so complex in the universe and everything, so whatever God creates is like he's the best of the creators.
Oh, hey, this is
But
interesting. Okay, let me, you know, I use a language. Sometimes I say, let me get you busted. So I'm not being rude with you. Let me get you busted. The Quran give definition. Who is the one who can be called the creator? Is the one,
yeah,
at least he can
yeah,
create a fly. Listen, no, listen.
that's true. I agree with you on that. I mean, there
Okay,
should be no
so
comparison.
your answer is a duct tape again, because when the Quran says that the one who should be worshipped is the one, at least he can create a fly. This is what a creator mean. A one he can create a fly,
Yeah,
at least, not somebody make a bicycle.
yeah, I agree. I mean, you're saying there's no comparison between the actual, like, real creator and we
Not only
who.
that, the Quran give definition. What is the create mean? The one
Hmm.
who at least can create a fly. If the one you worship, read it. This is chapter 22, verse 73.
Okay.
If the one who cannot, if the one you
Hmm.
worship, he cannot even create a fly,
Hmm.
well, he is not God.
Hmm.
So create here is the one who is the create for a fly or a living being.
Hmm.
So when he say
Okay.
he is the best of the creator, he is saying
Hmm.
he is the best of anyone who creates.
Hmm.
Otherwise, we cannot compare, because if I say Allah is the best of the creators, and I'm calling the one who make a bicycle a creator, that is a
Hmm.
stupid statement, because
Hmm.
simply nobody
Hmm.
is called a creator by making a chair.
Hmm. Hmm.
You know, that does not make you creator, you know?
Yeah. Got
And we
it.
are talking
Yes.
about religion, remember. So
Hmm.
there is a creative ideas and there is a creation.
Yeah, we are the creations. Yes.
Okay, so when the Quran made the rule, the Quran should
Hmm.
obey by the rule. And when Allah
Hmm.
he says he is the best of the creators, that's
Hmm.
mean there's other creator. Actually, in different verse, the Quran says, you know, you forsake you, like you pray or you seek the other gods like Baal, and you forsake the best of the creators. So Allah
Hmm.
he compared himself even to Baal. You know who's Baal, right?
Now what's compare himself to what?
Chapter 37, verse 125.
Okay.
It says, will you cry into Baal and forsake the best of the creators?
Mm-hmm.
But Baal is God for the pagan, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And he is the
Okay.
God of fertility.
Okay.
Okay, so when Allah he compare himself as the best of the creator, he admitted that Baal is a creator too. He did not say, you cry into false creator.
Mm-hmm.
He say he is the best of a
Hmm.
creator, mentioning Baal.
Hmm. Okay.
If I say you pray, you know, you pray to zucchini, and you forgot that macaroni is the best of the zucchini, better than zucchini. What does that mean? So that means zucchini and macaroni, they are same, but that one is better than the other one.
Hmm.
The word is the best, mean that the
Hmm.
other one is good too,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah. Okay.
Best mean that Baal is good, Allah is good,
Hmm.
but Allah is better.
Hmm. Okay.
So again, it's a stupid thing. And the story, by the way, or those things, you can find them in the in the interpretation of the of the Quran.
Okay.
Even
Yeah.
maybe I can find in the Hadith in English. Let me see if I can find it. Give me a second.
Okay.
Here we go.
Okay.
This is Abdullah ibn Sarah, used to write the revelation for the Prophet of Allah. And then Shaitan, he made him slip. Who made him slip? Shaitan. So he decided to leave Islam. And when he decided to leave Islam, Allah, Prophet, he ordered to kill him, even if he hold the stairs, the curtain of the Kaaba. But then Uthman, he protected him, and he forbade Muhammad from killing him. Right? So this is how many hadith about him. So those are hadith about Abdullah ibn Sarah, who was the scribe. Who you think is the most person close he can witness to a prophet is the one who was writing for him. What do you think? Right? So why this guy he will why his guy he will make things up? And why Muhammad decide to kill him? Let us say this guy he lied. Can't Allah prove that Muhammad is saying the truth by killing him himself? The guy he woke up in the morning, they find him like hang on the air as a miracle. Why he need to kill him? He need to kill him because he need to shut up his mouth.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, okay, it's been, yeah, I mean, it's been almost 4 hours.
And actually, Muhammad, you know, he tried to use Qur'an or to make Qur'an to fight those who expose him. As an example, he made a verse in the Quran says, وَمَنْ كَفَرَ بِاللَّهِ بَعْدَ إِيمَانِهِ. But the question is, why a person who was a believer, he became a kafir again? Why? Unless he saw something wrong. The verse, chapter 16, verse number 106, it says, whoever disbelieves in Allah after his belief, except the one who Allah, somebody forced them to leave, what will happen? Allah will curse them and they will have a great punishment from Allah. Read what is the behind this verse. You will laugh.
I also heard this verse where it says that that people go the kuffar kind of just to pretend accept Islam and then go back to their people and then say,
this is the guy, this is the brother of Uthman.
yeah, I understand, but there's this that they go back.
Hold on, listen. You see, the stupidity is that the Muhammadan, they say, do you know that the Prophet, he have a chapter about Abu Lahab? And they say this is a miracle. Why? Because Abu Lahab never converted to Islam. Okay. But this verse is about the same guy, which is the one who gave Muhammad the verses. And later, this guy became a Muslim again. Because he had no choice. Either he die, Muhammad, he took over Mecca. He went to his brother, Uthman ibn Affan. Uthman, he told Muhammad that he will become a Muslim. That's it, leave him. He became a Muslim, and later they became him. They made him a ruler. So how a person is a liar, he fabricates things is not true, and suddenly just because he convert to Islam again, he's okay. No? Yeah.
Oh, okay. His brother, you're talking about his brother,
Uthman,
right?
he's a brother.
Yeah,
Yeah, Uthman ibn Affan, the caliphate. Yeah. Not only that, actually, you know, I don't know if you know that your prophet, he have a name. They call him Abi Kabsha.
I did not know that.
Yeah, this is a funny insult, you know, Abu Kabsha. Maybe we should make a video about it. He mentioned how Muhammad, he can be, Abu Kabsha can be a prophet. Let me see if I can find. Okay. Yeah, they ask him. Here we go. This is Tafsir Abi Hatim al-Razi, volume number 4, page number 1346. They said to him, the people of Quraysh, hey, Abdullah ibn Sarh, how you did wrote the Quran to Abi Kabsha? He said, I used to write as I wish. And then Allah, He sent a verse saying, look at this. And Allah, He sent this verse. Man azlama mimman iftara ala Allahi kadiban. Let me show you the verse, and so you will laugh with me. Who is more unjust than the one who fabricate lies against Allah? Read with me and see how stupid Islam is. This is about the same person. Chapter 6. This is telling you how Muhammad, how much trouble he went through because of this. So now Muhammad trying to make verses to refute the man. He says, and who can be more unjust than the one who invent lies against Allah? Or he say, I receive inspiration, whereas he is not inspired in anything. Do you see it? Okay. So the guy, he said, I receive inspiration like Muhammad. The Muslim, they confirm the story that he said that before Muhammad. So how he did not receive inspiration? And why Allah taught the sentence to this man before Muhammad? And you know, when you see here, let me show you I use Google Translation. He said, I used to write as I wish. As I wish. He's a scribe. I used to write as I wish. Read with me carefully here. He said, where is the part? Okay. After you, who more unjust? Okay. Where it says that Abdullah said, there is no part of this Quran, something that was verse not done by those who before. Translation is messed up. But he is saying Arabic, I used to write as I wish. So Muhammad did not know what he's writing. You know? He write, and because simply Muslims, they say that Muhammad did not know how to read, how to write, right? So I write as I wish, and this is what it says here in Arabic. You can ask anyone who speaks Arabic. He said, قال كنت أكتب كيف شئت. I used to write as I wish. And then Allah, He sent down the verse which we mentioned to you. Chapter 6, verse number 93. Here is the question is, as long as the Muslim agree that the person he used to write as he wish, so how many verses in the Quran today exist is from what he wrote as he wish? And let me shorten the link, even though it's in English, in Arabic, sorry. But if you want, you can use, because Muslim, they might say to you, this guy is lying. There is no such a thing as usual. Let me shorten the link. So Aisha, after all of this, be honest, what do you think?
I mean, it's I'm amazed of what all the perspective that you have given me, shown me. At the same time, it's not easy to just accept all that right away. I have taken my notes, and there are many things that are very logical that you have shared with me. There are a few things that I have doubts because of my own understanding that I want to do research on. But I am so, like, I'm really impressed, and really appreciate your so much time and effort, and it is having a lot of impact on me. And I mean, it's kind of, I'm trying to rethink about everything, and instead of just following and believing what I've been just listening forever, I really need to go into it and find the truth and things like that. But yeah, it's amazing. I'm really thankful.
Well, I'm glad to serve you today. I'm
Yeah.
just doing what the Lord, He ordered me to do. And trust me, I never lied to you in anything. Actually, everything I said to you, it's in the front of you on the screen, correct? I did never mention one thing without proof and reference.
Yeah.
Go check them out one by one. And if you ever find me did lie to you about any of those things, please don't hesitate to call me again.
Sure.
I want you to get me busted, and I will go right now to Walmart to buy duct tape. You know, because there's a lot of leaks. Yeah, you know, duct tape is not a method, really. I feel sorry for the Muslims who try to duct tape Muhammad. They try to fix him. The guy, he made everything wrong. The baby, how was it created? You don't remember which one he created first, the suns or the stars. I mean, everything is horrible. So how we can duct tape such an idiot? But I am sure, I pray for you, that may the Lord open your eyes, show you the truth, and the truth will set you free. And as you see, we speak to you not based on hate. We don't hate Muslims. We will never hate them. We love them. For if we don't, we are no Christian no more. And this is the difference between us and Muhammad. He followed the God of hate. He is a hatred person. We have the God who is love. And that's why when the man, he been ordered to love his wife, not to marry his wife, to love his wife, the same as the Christ, he loved the church. Here you notice, Aisha, that you have a special place in Christianity, that you are the same as the church. The man, he should love you, not just marry you, because anyone can marry anyone, but a man, he love only one person. And when one person is in the heart, there's no other person can go there. The person who say he love 4 wives, obviously he love none. Because if one woman is not enough, the second will not be enough, the third will not be enough, the fourth will not be enough, for they will never have enough. One is enough. God, when he created Adam and Eve, he created Adam and Eve, not Eves. There's no need for Eves. A healthy family is father, wife, children's. Having many wives is not a healthy family. Children will hate each other. They will kill each other later, you know? Women, they will be fighting. As we show you, Muhammad himself, his wives are fighting.
Of course it does.
Healthy family is the family of Christ. Healthy children is the children who belong to Christ. So they've been taught to respect their parents, but not only respect, they will respect the parents who respect themselves. A father who is not seeking other women just because he's bored from the first woman or because she got older. Women, she is not a car. We'll replace her when she got older. And if we want to do that, then we have to be fair. We should say, okay, well, as long as the man, he can replace the women, well, we should create equal rule that the woman, she can replace the man. He got old, bye-bye. I will find someone younger. But this religion is made by the man for the man. I remember once a Somalian woman, she left Islam after talking to me. She said, I'm leaving Islam but not because of you, but because I discovered that this religion made by the man for the man. It's not made for the women. Thank you, Aisha, for calling, and I will be happy to hear from you very soon.
Yeah, thanks so much. Thank you. And I will actually ask my friend how to reach out to you.
You have my Skype already because now we are in joint call. I want to say thank you to your friend. I don't know him. I want to say thank you to him for inviting you. But now by the joint call, you will have my account of Skype there. You can save it.
Okay, yeah, sure. Thank you. Thanks so much. Really appreciate it.
And we ask all the Christians to pray to our friend Aisha, our sister Aisha, so the Lord will heal her heart. You know, maybe she speaks in a certain way, but I feel something else inside her heart. I feel that she is in pain. I feel she is seeking healing. I feel that she is not convinced with one word of what she was saying to me, but she go in the mode of defense because she had to defend her identity.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Aisha. Take care.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
You too. Take care.
I lost my voice. And the sheikhs never show up. The 3 musketeers, they promise me, and they say, Christian Prince, don't be coward. Not this Sunday, the Sunday after. They never show up. Anyway, did we have a great time? I guess we do. Did we share a lot of knowledge? Absolutely we did. This is a free school for everybody. I am not Muhammad who charge you for what we do. It's for free. You are welcome. Please learn. For time will come and Christian Prince will not come online no more. And you know why. All of us, we go. The day will come. And the one who is sharing his knowledge, now you find an answer in 2 seconds. As this lady. But when Christian Prince is not coming online, no more, because the Lord, he took his soul, you will ask yourself what I will do. So take reference. Take notes. Educate yourself. Knowledge is power. Ignorance is weakness. Even people in war, they win because they have knowledge. When you have ignorance, you lose. You have always to be educated person. When you are educated, you will have your place wherever you go. People listen, because in 2 seconds you prove who you are. When you are ignorant, people will laugh at you. You have no place. So I invite you to educate yourself, to learn, to take notes. And all of us, we are ignorant somehow.
I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. I have decided to follow Jesus. No turning back. No turning back. The cross before me, the